Hey everybody, what's up? My name's Mackenzie.
And I'm Jonathan.
We are husband and wife, and we'd like to welcome you to Paradise.
And today we're taking a look at 10 amazing board games for couples that we have absolutely enjoyed playing so much of this past year.
Yes, so this has become a thing on this channel, kind of. This is part 5 best board games for couples. So we have done 4 more before this, and they basically have been happening. We do one each year. That's how it's like turned out, that we we like look at our collection, see what we've bought, and give you the most relative list. That doesn't mean that the games in the past, we still don't hold those. Those are also the best. These just happen to be...
Yeah, these are from previous ones.
Yeah, these are from previous ones. We do not change our mind about those, but these are, like I say, the newest. Yeah, these are all like pretty new games that we have going for you, and I am so excited to tell you guys all about it. So if you love playing games that are great for 2-player, then just keep watching.
So in normal fashion, we always do these videos in ranking order of BGG weight. That's Board Game Geek's weighting system for how complex games are. So we'll start with the most simple and go to the most complex.
So with that being said, first up on our list is this adorable, durable game, Seaside, which you can literally take it with you anywhere. And
to the seaside.
Yes, to the seaside. It is very durable, where you're going to be playing one at a time at different elements from the sea. Now, this isn't just exclusively a 2-player game. However, we both think it plays beautifully at 2-player and is a lot of fun.
And it's so casual but so strategic. I love that it makes you just take out roughly 20 tiles if you're playing with 2 players or whatever. You just take a handful out and you start playing. It's sort of a push your luck game where you can draw another tile and another tile and another tile if you play the right tiles. But once you play a tile that's scoring you some points, then it's typically the other person's turn.
Yes, and this game happens to have my favorite scoring mechanism of all time. It's literally at the end of the game, everyone stacks their tile, and whoever has the tallest is the winner.
Yeah, it's
beautiful,
literally just counting.
Simple.
So good.
So if you're looking for a game that you want to take with you to the beach or take with you on a fun time, this is going to be a great one for you.
Next up on our list is BOOoop. Now this is one of several games titled BOOoop. They have a Christmas edition that's just came out. It's adorable as well. We just happen to love Halloween. It's an adorable game about these cats bouncing on a bed, and it's actually like a little pillow top that goes on your box, and you're trying to get 3 in a row. However, whenever you bounce a kitty, it bounces all the kitties next to it.
You boop them off the
bed.
Yep.
It's a very strategic, thinky little puzzle game, kind of a tic-tac-toe, Connect 4 type vibe, I guess.
Yeah.
But with a lot of fun stuff going on in these holiday versions. We have this little ghost that's going between the seams of the bed.
Yes, so if you have a debate on which BOOoop you want to get, we only own the Halloween one, which I absolutely love. But if you're looking for a little more weight, the Christmas one I have gotten to play test, and it does add a slight more weight
it's
to
like
it.
A treat.
Yes, yes. Cool. So it does add a slight more like strategy to it. So if you can get that one as well. Number 3 on our list is actually one of our favorite games from this year as well, and that is going to be Harmonies.
Oh my gosh, this game is so beautiful.
Yes, it is an absolutely gorgeous tile placement game where everyone's going to be playing on their own little board and trying to build different habitats abstractly to score points as you go. It is a brain burner, but it is like done in the most like peaceful, beautiful way. I think this is an excellent game for couples that I love.
Yeah, I would say over the past 40 games that we've covered in our 4 parts of top 10 board games for couples, nothing had surpassed Everdell as being the most beautiful game in the list until possibly now. Like, this is one of the prettiest games on our shelves, and my, is it fun. It's got this Azul kind of selection method where I take a whole little lily pad full of tiles, and then I have to put those in my board. Some of them stack, some of them don't. And you end up with this like absolutely gorgeous picture at the end.
Yes, so this also can play more than 2 players, but it is just a really nice, it's like kind of like the vibe I have with Wyrmspan. It's just like, like you just peaceful, sit down and play Harmonies.
Next up on our list is Lord of the Rings Duel for Middle-earth. So this is a much anticipated follow-up to Seven Wonders Duel, which is a game where you have a like pyramid of cards that you have to draft from. So you'll take a card and that might uncover cards underneath it on the pyramid. Now half of them are exposed and half of them aren't, so as cards appear, that might change your strategy. But this game has just, oh my goodness, tightened up the decisions in Seven Wonders Duel. It streamlines them. A lot of the kind of interesting but hard to track things such as how much goods cost and stuff depending on what the other players have kind of been trimmed from the game, but then they've added this whole combat for Middle Earth like board map thing at the top, and then you got this awesome like ring wraith track where they're chasing the hobbits. Oh man, it is so much fun. It's got beautiful art by Vincent Dutrait. This is just a absolutely fantastic re-implementation, and I'm a huge fan of it.
Yes, so this has been blowing up, and what's interesting, Seven Wonders Duel, we actually included in the original part 1 of this best board games for couples. Seven Wonders Duel is still an excellent, wonderful game.
Yeah, especially if you cram in all the expansions.
Yes, if you put in all the expansions, so you're definitely going to be putting in a lot of weight into that game. However, if you are a Lord of the Rings fan, you are going to absolutely love what they did with this IP. All right, up next is for all of those Disney lovers out there, which is definitely us, and this has been taking over the trading card scene, and that is Disney Lorcana. Now, what I have here is Gateway, which we recommend if you are brand new to trading card games, and this is going to take you through basically a board game version and teach you how to play this game.
You might say, Lorcana's a card game, it doesn't go on a board games for couples. Well, this one has a board and little scoring tokens, and they've turned it into a board game to make it super accessible for folks to get started.
Yes,
Yeah.
so if you aren't familiar with Disney Lorcana itself, it came out last year, and this is a game where, think Magic the Gathering, that sort of vibe, but where you have a deck of all of these different IPs from the Disney universe. Like really go so in depth. Atlantis is in there. Like they are wonderful with like getting all these hidden lesser known IPs, and you're going to be battling the person across from you. It can also play 3 to 4 player as well, but traditionally it is going to be played at that 2-player mark. And if you love Disney, then I think you are going to absolutely get a kick out of this. And if you like trading card games, then I think Lorcana is definitely one that you should check out as well.
All right, get out of here, Disney proper. We have a Star Wars game on this list because I'm a major Star Wars fan, and this is The Mandalorian Adventures. Now, this is a surprising one. So
Yes.
It is a storybook game where you are sort of going mission by mission through this like little micro campaign, and you're playing as various characters from the Mandalorian universe. Now, the cool thing about this is that it has a pretty unique action system where you play cards that are just numbers. They might also give you bonuses depending on what type of action you take, but you're trying to take certain actions without like busting, because whenever you take too much of a certain action, it causes more threat where more enemies will come out. It has a really unique threat system with the bad guys that you fight against. It has a really cool mission like token flipping system where you can like peek at stuff. There's some like hidden trader things because Corey Knizia can't get away without doing hidden trader things. And it's just like, it's a lot of fun. I love this game.
I definitely think if you as a couple if you're both Star Wars fans, especially if you both sat down and watched the Mandalorian series together, then I think those are the people who are going to get the most out of this game, because it really is like walking through together through that first season. For number 8, for those people that love escape room or escape room like puzzles, or you think you might be work cooperatively, then this has been a gem that we have gotten to play this past October, and that is Mother of Frankenstein. Now, this is one of those mystery games where you're going to be working together and solving clues and working your way to find out the secrets that are from Mother of Frankenstein, which is going to be the author Mary Shelley. Now, what's interesting is that a lot of this is going to be based on, they take some teases, but a lot of it's based on historical history. And the puzzles in this game, I was just wowed. Like, we played this together as a couple, the two of us, and we just had so much fun. It's also, the writing in it is really good, and it's very spicy. So I think for a
So
couple,
romantic.
it's very, okay, that's the nicer word. It's very romantic. So I think for a couple, you would really enjoy working your way through this game.
Yeah, a bunch of love letters that are like super fun to read, especially because they have hints in them and things. There's also a whole music puzzle that, if you know music theory, like it does teach you the basics that you need to know, but like if you know music notation, like you're gonna rock that puzzle. And then there's also an astrology like map that of the stars and a star chart. Oh my gosh, you actually have to do tons of like straight edge stuff. It's so fun. We just like absolutely loved these puzzles and had a really good time.
Yeah.
Next up on our list is Wyrmspan. Now this is the follow-up sort of like brainchild of Wyrmspan. However, we have a brand new designer who's taken a new twist on it. We have a ton of really cool, what I would call improvements over the Wyrmspan system even, which are like, diminishing returns on taking the same action multiple times in a row. There's also like some actions that are considered stronger than others and weaker than others that may give you an uneven number of turns compared to the other people at the table. Also, the goals that you get at the end of the rounds are now sort of this like cadence where you don't want to move at certain speeds depending on when you want to achieve certain bonuses. So it is a whole lot of fun. If you love like D&D Dragons lore or like just love dragons as a theme, this is perfect for my brother and his wife.
I was about to say that, yeah.
I think they would like absolutely love to play this. It is extremely fun. I absolutely love it. After we played this, we ended up bulking up our copy with all the like deluxe components because this is a game that we think is going to hit our table frequently.
Definitely. And so we included Wyrmspan, I think, in part 2 of Board Games for Couples. And I still stand by that because it's a very like peaceful, I love it. But this is definitely, but some people just cannot get on the bird train. Like they're just, the bird watching thing, it just can never click no matter how good the mechanics were.
But dragon breeding.
But dragon
Everybody likes
breeding
Game of
and
Thrones.
getting to do like dragon eggs and stuff like that. And they have like include a whole like history and like anthology, like dictionary, I think is
There's
what
a
you
whole,
call
like,
it, of like all of the dragons.
Book of Dragons. Speaking
Definitely.
of upgrades, because we upgraded this whole thing, I wanted to take a moment here to talk about one of our sponsors, Folded Space. They design these amazing inserts that we have in like half of our favorite games at this point. They make setup and teardown so much faster. They gave us this Wyrmspan one, which I am so excited to be putting together. I was about to pull this game off the shelves to talk about this, and I thought, this would be a great time to tell you about these Folded Space inserts.
Yes.
Honestly, they're so fantastic.
Yes, we do a full video about, I'll link it right here, about how we organize our games. And this is like for the games that we like really want organized, or it's just really going to make that extra mile of getting that game to the table, then Folded Space has been really helpful for that aspect.
Yeah. Also, their new ones have like pictures and theme from the actual
very
game.
nice.
Oh my gosh, they look so good. I'm so
Yes,
excited.
it's definitely a splurge. So if like with side note with the Folded Spaces, with Christmas coming up at the time of filming, that would make a excellent gift for the gamer that has everything. Getting them a nice insert is something they're really going to appreciate. All right, next up on our list is Obsession. Now, this game has been out for a couple years, but we have never gotten a chance to talk about it. And I love this game. Think Downton Abbey in a board game, and you're like trying to like match up your families and like move up in society and build wealth, and you're trying to like assign people to different parts of the house and make sure you have enough things going on. It is a big game and it is complicated, but the detail in this game is done so well. So if you're I'm being stereotypical. If you're a guy and your girlfriend or your wife really loves like British like things and Downton Abbey, and maybe just getting to have like make her a cup of tea, get some biscuits, and play Obsession.
We didn't even talk about that. That was exactly
you will
the
have
recommendation.
a great time. And if you want to do British accents the entire time, I'm not gonna judge.
Good. It is a really good sort of like worker placement deck building type game. It's pretty fun.
Yes, so definitely, if that fell into your category, if you resonated with that at all, I would highly recommend going and checking out Obsession.
Last up on our list, the most complex game is also the smallest, the cheapest. Oh man, this game. So this is Homeworlds. It is a game from this Looney Lab series. It originally came out in the early 2000s, but it has sort of had a couple reprints since then. It's part of this like Pyramids sort of like cone group of games, but I've been told that this is like the most fun one. I certainly enjoy it. It is a 4X in a tiny box where you are exploring space and you're trying to take out the opponent's homeworld. So you do that by moving between systems, by spawning more ships, by growing your fleet and then changing them to different colors so they can have different specialties, like being able to attack. And it's all done with these little pyramids and nothing else. And oh my gosh, it's this crunchy, crazy cool game where you are just like constantly thinking about what to do next. It has a super cool grid system where you can only move to stars of different sizes, so everything's connected in a graph, but like not necessarily like done with anything other than cones. It is like such a cool system.
Yeah, from design wise, it's very cool. Like with the minimal amount of pieces, and that they're able to make such a complicated game and a very short game. Because usually games like at this level are very long, just to fit everything in typically. And this one you can like. Depending, you can stretch it out to an hour, but like that's only if you're both highly competitive at it and both like.
Yeah. It could also be 5 minutes if you screw up, which is what happened to us.
Now you said 4X. Can you explain briefly what 4X means?
Yeah, it's expand, explore, exploit, and exterminate,
Oh, wow.
which are the 4Xs. It means that you're going to be like growing, moving, building, attacking. So.
It means like all of the above.
Yeah.
No, this is fun because usually our final one is like this huge box that we're bringing in, and it's fun that we have this little tiny box. So if you
it's awesome.
are a heavier gamer, or you and your couple are a heavier gamer, but this is a great one to bring with you on the go, because you also don't have to worry about pieces like flying everywhere because it's just those plastic cones. So that overall is the current top 10 board games for couples part 5. Now we do plan on at the beginning of the year in 2025 in January, we're going to be releasing the top 10 of all 50 that we have covered. So stay tuned for that. I think because it's going to be so hard, he and I are going to each choose our own top 10, which I don't think is cheating. And I think some of them will line up like together.
Yeah.
But I think that's because we obviously love all of these. So I think that's the best way we can do it. But we're going to give the official top 10 of all the 50 we can do. Now, before we do that list, if you think we should consider any ones that we have not done before, make sure to pop those down in the comments below. If I see lots of repeats, then I will consider maybe taking a look at those as well, because if maybe we really missed something. Make sure to go check out our other past videos of 1 through 4 if you're looking for more couple games, because there's just so many great games that are like can play multiple people, but specifically really great for 2 players. And that's how we started gaming a lot. It was just the 2 of us. Yeah. So I hope you guys found something interesting and something you might want to check out. Thank you guys so much for watching. We are trying to reach 10,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed already, if you could hit that subscribe button and hit that notification so you can notify whenever we put out a new video, we would highly, highly appreciate it. So thank you guys so much, and happy playing. But thank you guys so much, and happy playing.
Oh, shoot.
Shoot.
Come on. You can't go and the not.
And